Hi everyone, this is Annalisa. Welcome back. So today I could really use your help. I cannot for the life of me decide if I really like this pour or if I really don't like this pour. Like, part of me loves like a portion of it, and part of me is not a huge fan of the other portion of it. So I'd like to hear your guys' opinion about the end result. I was trying to do something different than the normal, and it ended up with kind of an interesting result. I was using the ColourArte Frosted Sorbet set because I really like the way that the Frosted Sorbet set looks on a black pillow. I think that it just really has like a really awesome icy type of feel to it. I was determined that I was going to make as good a swipe as I possibly could with this one. I might have overloaded my palette knife, to be completely honest, looking at it now. So today has been a super busy day. I just got done with putting I took down my paintings from the gallery and I moved 20 of them over to the hospital for, they have a gallery wall space. And so I got that all set up and I recorded what it looks like for both what it looked like at the gallery that I moved them out of and what it looks like at the hospital. And if anybody's interested in seeing that, I can upload. I was thinking about uploading a video, just a walkthrough video showing what it looked like. I think it comes out to a total of 5 minutes worth of video or less. It's just a lot of fun, and I'm really proud of how it all turned out. So with this swipe, I was trying to see my favorite part of a swipe is the very top, like the very first bit of the swipe. And so I keep going back to this whole trying to go from the middle and work my way out. And I think, watching it now, I think one thing that might make it better is if I put the exact same amount of paint on both sides with the palette knife. And also if I started dead center in the middle, that might have helped too. Hindsight's 2020. I swear, every time I watch my pours, I end up finding something new. And it's mind-blowing. I found that I've learned so much more about my own areas where I could improve just by watching what I did and learning from it. I'm really not sure where I was going with the mini blower. I think if I were to go back and try this again, I'm not sure that I would have gone the mini blower route. I think I could have merged those to make them look a little bit better by maybe putting a bloom in the middle or maybe doing some swirls in the middle. But the end result was still pretty interesting, and it was too pretty to scrape, and so I've kept it. My favorite is actually the bottom part of what you can see on screen right now. Those cells just turned out really beautiful, and that was pretty much the entire reason this swipe didn't get scraped when I saw it at this point. I was really not sure where to go with that. Do you guys ever have pours like that where you're just like, I love this one part. How can I make it better? And then you just have to keep going until you either finally have to give up and scrape it, or until you're like, okay, I think I can handle that now. Yeah, that's most of my swipes. So when you do swipes from the middle out, I've found that if you do swirls in between the two where they have a meeting point, it kind of meshes the two together and makes it look a little bit more seamless, like it was intended to be that way, and a little less like you have two separate swipes. And I'm really not sure where I kept going with my using my embossing tool this go around. I really was determined that I was gonna keep testing it out, and so I did some different I didn't do only swirls. Normally I do a lot of swirls and a lot of weavies, and this go around I decided to do some more defined lines. I think that's what these can be called. And I'm not sure they turned out quite how I was expecting, but I definitely think that it turned out pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? At this point, I was still at that, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this, but that top, or technically it's at the bottom of the screen, that part of the whole thing made me keep it. That is quite honestly the whole reason I kept going, as I said before. I almost feel like I'm critiquing my technique. You ever do that when you're watching your old swipes, where you're watching it and you're thinking about what you could have done better, or what you should have maybe done instead, or maybe just even pat yourself on the back because something you did was really cool? That is kind of how I'm feeling tonight. I'm just kind of in more of a critiquing what I maybe could have improved, and then kind of looking at what I feel like I did right. And with this, like I said, I feel like I got the top cells were really on point. I think I maybe should have stretched it a little bit more. So in order to stretch it more, I would have had to have started, or I should have gotten more of the area that's not as full off of the canvas before I started spinning, because that was where, if you're gonna get a area off of a canvas, your best bet is to do it before you do any spinning, and when you have the liquid under it, so that you have the momentum, or the paint under it, so you have the momentum of getting it to actually slide off. Once you get to this point, pulling much more off is kind of more challenging. See, I tried to tip it and it just wasn't moving at that point. So I decided at this point that I still really liked the top, and so I was gonna call it. I really love the colors, and I don't know. What do you guys think? If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not already, please consider subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Have a great day.